says he can and he who says he can't are both usually right.
Difference between depression and joy. It's purpose, that kind of purpose, that to live in service, not to you, but to live in service to humanity, to live in service to your family, to live in service to your church, to your city, to your country, to the world. Living in service, that is the purest form of joy.
We're supposed to have more joy. We joined 1511.
These things have I spoken unto you, that my joy might remain in you, and your joy might be full.
Glory to God. I greet you with Jesus' joy.
Welcome to Uflax's Season of Joy. With your host, Chanel Martinez.
Good afternoon, Radioland, and welcome to YouthFlex Radio Show's Season of Joy. I'm your host, Chanel, along with my co-host, Deidre, and today on the show we'll be speaking to Miss Teen contestants Destiny Daly, Naya Mothen, Aisha Thomas, and Deshanti McLaughlin Richards, as well as two police officers who are also past Flex Fam, Jody Ann Parry and Kadane Hall.
The Bible verse of the day is Mark 8, verse 35. For whosoever will save his life shall lose it, but whosoever shall lose his life for my sake and the gospel's, the same shall save it.
As always, you can join in on our conversation by calling 1-800-534-8255, toll-free courtesy of Flow, or join us on YouTube Live. We'll get right into the conversation with our Miss Teen contestants. Can you please introduce yourselves?
Good afternoon, everyone. I am contestant number 1, 15-year-old Nia Mothen. I am proudly representing our country's very first capital, Bordentown. I am proudly sponsored by Woodward, Terry and Company, attorney at law, and my platform is based on being a voice for the voiceless victims of violence and spreading sexual assault awareness.
Good afternoon. I am contestant number 3, Destiny Daly. I am 17 years old, representing the warm and friendly district of West Bay. Proudly sponsored by Number One Shoe Shop and the Wellness Center. My platform is mental health well-being.
Good afternoon, Cayman Islands. I am your contestant number 4, Deshanti McLaughlin Richards from the District of Bordentown. I am proudly sponsored by Pool Patrol and Signature Landscaping, and my platform is anti-bullying.
Hello, Cayman Islands. I am 17-year-old contestant number 5. I reside in the District of Georgetown. I am Isaiah Thomas, and my platform is Empowered Through Education. I am proudly sponsored by Island Breeze.
Can you guys tell us about yourself?
This is contestant number 1. I am a senior student at Cayman Preference High School. I am trilingual. With English being my first language, I can also speak Spanish and French. And I'm also a violinist. Since the age of 7, I have been playing the violin.
This is contestant number 3. I am an active thespian, and I also like to kind of dissect films. I'm very into art, whether that be music or visual arts, and I'm an aspiring educator.
This is contestant number 4. I attend Triple C School where I'm studying accounting. I would like to be an accountant. In my free time, I love going to the beach.
This is contestant number 5. I just finished going to school at SciFec, and I also attend Cayman Islands Institute of Technology, where I'm looking to do my architecture technician certificate, and I also play basketball with Women of Valor Basketball Club.
Wow, that's a lot of accomplishments and facts about yourself. Back to you with the whole trilingual thing. How old do you have like Spanish background or something that helped you, and with the French as well?
Spanish background, yes, I do. My dad's side of the family is from Nicaragua.
Same.
Oh my gosh, that's so cool. And I just recently started learning Spanish when I moved to Cayman Preference High School in 2019.
Okay. And when did you, contestant number 3, get into arts and stuff?
I think I always did like art, but towards year 9, when we had to choose our subjects, I chose art and drama. So I was in my high school's production, which was High School Musical, and I played a main role of Kelsey.
Cool. And you, why accounting?
It's always something that I love doing.
Accounting. Interesting. And why basketball?
Well, everyone told me I was really tall and you'd be good at it. So I tried it out and I loved it. So I kept going with it.
Okay. So can you just tell us why you decided to join the Miss Teen pageant?
This is contestant number 1. I decided to compete because I wanted to grow as an individual as well as give back to my community and just broaden my knowledge on pageantry. And the scholarship, which the title holder will receive, has also been a huge motivation for me as I aspire to become a forensic doctor.
Nice.
Contestant number 3 here. I decided to join the pageant because I was very intrigued by, of course, the scholarship, and as well I wanted to boost my confidence and my self-esteem, and it has been a wonderful experience.
This is contestant number 4. I decided to join the pageants to improve skills, and also because of the opportunity that it offers.
This is contestant number 5. I decided to join the pageant mostly for confidence and to boost my interview skills. We get a lot of interview practice during Toastmasters. And I also joined the pageant for the future friendships I would have. I'm really proud to have my pageant sisters.
What are you guys' aspirations for the future?
This is contestant number 1. My aspiration for the future is, like I said before, to become a forensic doctor. I've always enjoyed investigation shows like Law and Order, so forensic pathology has always been something that I've always been interested in.
Contestant number 3 here. I am an aspiring educator. I'm currently doing my Bachelor's of Education at the University College of the Cayman Islands, and I would like to specialize in early childhood.
My aspirations for the future is not only to become an accountant, but to be a proud role model of the Cayman Islands.
My aspirations for the future is to become an architect and to own a Rottweiler.
I love Rottweilers too. They're my favorite dog. And earlier you all, I think most of you said what your platform is. So can you restate your platform and why you chose that one?
This is contestant number 1. My platform is based on being a voice for the voiceless victims of violence and spreading sexual assault awareness. I think that sexual assault is definitely an issue that needs an advocate, and it's also an issue that is rarely spoken about. And I just think that as a young Caymanian female, I cannot stress the importance of protecting the younger generation of girls to come, the women of tomorrow. And sexual assault is definitely an overlooked issue in the Cayman Islands. And recently, people have been coming up and telling their stories in regards to being sexually harassed. And many people would agree with me when I say that sexual harassment is something that can transform into sexual assault. And I think that it's just something that is important and needs to be talked about, and many people need to be educated on it so that awareness never comes to an end and we can put forward justice for the survivors in the Cayman Islands.
This is contestant number 3. My platform is mental health well-being. I chose this platform because I believe not only within the Cayman Islands but within the global society, mental health is usually stigmatized. And I am proud to say that the Cayman Islands have made a lot of strides to destigmatize mental health. And there is more conversation, not to mention some Olympians have come out about their mental health, so that is a big stride. I also chose my platform because I wanted to shed light on some more healthier coping strategies for the youth.
This is contestant number 4. My platform is anti-bullying. I chose this platform as I feel like it is a topic that is overlooked, as whenever topic bullying is brought about, it is said that you should be strong and it is just something that you face, and I believe that this is not true. We should be kind. You never know what someone is going through, and it's very important that you just admire people for who they are instead of picking on them for their differences.
This is contestant number 5. My platform is empowered through education. I currently attend 2 schools, SciFec and Cayman Institute of Technology, so I really believe education is like the gateway to a better future, to your dreams and aspirations. Nelson Mandela once said that education is the most powerful weapon you can use to change the world, and I strongly believe in that. Education also gives you confidence, and when you're more confident, you believe in yourself more.
And I love that your platform is something that you're all passionate about, and I can tell by just the way you spoke about it, it's like something that you have a connection with. So we're just going to take a quick music break, and then we'll get back to the conversation.
For our first music break, we will be listening to So Beautiful by Akon.
I'm heading to Foster's. Do you need anything?
Yeah, can you get a packet of plant-based Beyond Meat burgers for dinner tonight and that Wicked Joe organic coffee that I love?
Can you also get me a tub of dairy-free Ripple ice cream? And we're running low on Eco's laundry detergent.
Does Foster's have all that?
Yeah, it's in their latest Foster's Finds catalog. That's where I find all their latest new and specialty products.
Foster's Finds are exclusively available at Foster's Camana Bay. Visit fosters.ky/finds to discover your new favorite products. Foster's, better choice because we care.
2020 vision. If only we had that in 2020. Life can come at us fast. 2020 vision only comes after. This 2021, don't be caught off guard. Stay insured, stay protected. I'm Michael Webster from Cayman Insurance Center. If you're looking for a sure way to protect your family, call me at 925-5433. Don't take chances with your family's future or your valuable assets. Call me today, Michael Webster, at 925-5433.
Youth Flex for all people by young people.
Welcome back, everyone. Just for a quick recap, we are here with Miss Teen contestants. Would you like to restate your name, your number, your contestant number, and your sponsor?
This is contestant number 1. I'm Nia Mothin, 15 years old. I'm proudly representing our country's very first capital, Bordentown, and I'm proudly sponsored by Woodward Terry and Company, attorney at law. My platform is based on being a voice for the voiceless victims of violence and spreading sexual assault awareness.
This is contestant number 3, Destiny Daly, proudly sponsored by the Wellness Center and Number One Shoe Shop.
Hello, Cayman Islands. This is your contestant number 4, 17-year-old Deshanti McLaughlin Richards. I'm representing Bordentown and proudly sponsored by Pool Patrol and Signature Landscaping, and my platform is anti-bullying.
This is contestant number 5. I'm 17 years old, Isaiah Thomas. I reside in Georgetown. My platform is Empower Through Education, and I am proudly sponsored by Island Breeze.
So, a quick reminder that you can call in if you have any questions you have for these beautiful young ladies. The number to call is 1-800-534-8255. That's 1-800-534-8255. And I'm pretty sure they'll be glad to take your questions. So what advice would you give to any young girl that's listening who's either struggling with self-confidence, self-love, or they maybe want to join the pageant but they're not confident enough to join the pageant? Any advice you'd like to give them?
This is contestant number 1. I would be very relatable. I would relate to that a lot. Before joining the pageant, I was very hesitant and I was doubting myself because I thought that I didn't have what it takes. And I just went for the goal, and I'm very proud to say that I'm here where I am today. So I would just tell the little girl that you just follow your dreams and they will come true.
Contestant number 3 here. I agree with Nia. That is very relatable because at first I wasn't really thinking of joining the pageant, and then someone said, you know what, you should join the pageant. I can see you doing it. And that gave me the little push that I needed. And I just want to say that I would like to gladly push this young lady because I feel like even though she feels like she might not be the best, she is the best. She is perfect just the way she is, and she can accomplish anything she puts her mind to.
This is your contestant number 4. I agree with Destiny that you can do anything you put your mind to. If I was able to speak to someone who was interested in being in Miss Teen but was not confident enough, I would tell that person that you are beautiful, you are unique, and there's only one you. The only thing that's stopping you from doing something is you. So if you want to do something, go and do it because you can.
This is contestant number 5. Now let's say to any young girls who want to join the Miss Teen pageant is to always be you. Like, the best thing you can do is to be you. Don't join a pageant expecting to be somebody else because it will not happen. If you win pretending to be someone else, you're not going to feel great about yourself during the pageant.
So what preparations have you guys been doing for the pageant?
So since the first week in June, or the second week in June, we have been training every day. So now that it's the first week in August, we train from afternoon till about 9 o'clock in the night. So we're training very hard every day. We do dance training, runway training, Toastmasters, which is public speaking training. So that's what we've been doing for right now.
Which one of those training is your favorite?
For me, this is contestant number 1, and for me, my favorite training would definitely be dance. I was a dancer when I was little, and I just enjoy dancing.
My favorite training would have to be dance as well, but not because of Nia, the reason, but because it actually taught me how to dance. And so I got to relax, and my confidence went up a lot. So that's why I enjoy dancing.
My favorite training would be catwalk because I always wanted to be a model. So when I feel like I'm walking, it's like that part of me is coming out.
Well, my favorite training used to be catwalk, but ever since we started a new section of the dance, I've been loving it so much more.
So I think everyone here prefers dancing over catwalk.
Yeah.
But I guess they both come hand in hand, you know.
Yeah.
What has been the most challenging aspect in preparing for the pageant?
This is contestant number 1, and for me, I think my biggest challenge is public speaking because people know me to be generally quiet and very shy and timid. And so even now coming on the radio is a very big step for me because I would normally be nervous and very anxious for these kind of things. So I think that even though public speaking was a challenge, it isn't a challenge for me anymore thanks to Toastmasters.
Contestant number 3 here. I'd say my biggest challenge was walking in heels. I don't usually walk in heels, and I feel like I've come a long way, guys. You did not want to see me before catwalk training.
This is contestant number 4. I would say my biggest challenge would be having to do long hours of training as I particularly go sleep a certain time, so now I have to go sleep later.
I have to agree with Destiny that the walking was pretty difficult because as a 6'1" person, I never needed to wear heels until the pageant. And then I got like the fast walking part down, but then slow walking for gown feels so awkward to me.
And this is all your first time being in a pageant?
Yes.
Yes. You've been in a pageant before? What pageant was it?
It was Cayman International Girls when I was younger.
And do you think that being in a pageant before has helped you in any way with this pageant?
Yes, it has. It helped me to learn more about the interview skills and being on stage in front of an audience.
Cool. So what do you guys hope to take away from this pageant?
This is contestant number 1. Definitely one thing that I will take away from the pageant is the sisterhood and the friendship, the new friendship that has been made. And I'll also take away the development in my leadership skills. I'm an older sister, so I've always kind of had the leadership skills in me, and being in the pageant has allowed me to develop on those, and that's one thing that I will take from the pageant.
Contestant number 3 here. I think the biggest take back from the pageant for me would be my confidence as well as my public speaking, because I've spoken in public before, but to hone in on those public speaking skills and to be able to get an effective argument or statement across or be able to properly communicate with everyone, I feel like that is such a vital skill, as well as being able to network around.
This is contestant number 4. I agree with contestant number 1, Nia. The biggest thing that I would take away is sisterhood, as I got to meet new people in different personalities, and honestly, they have made the journey an amazing one.
This is contestant number 5. The thing I would like to take away from this pageant is the confidence and my speaking skills. I will say that my speaking has definitely improved since Toastmasters with Miss Kimberly. Shout out to her. She also helped us to think quicker with questions, and it's honestly been very helpful.
Do you think being in this pageant will make you an inspiration to others?
This is contestant number 1, and I absolutely agree with that. Being in a pageant will make me an inspiration to other people. Whether or not I do win, I know that I will leave the pageant with pride, and I will be an inspiration to people, and I would like to leave a trail for younger girls behind me if I win or if I don't win.
Contestant number 3 here. I would be so glad to be an inspiration to young ladies, and I agree with Nia. Even if I don't win, I hope that young ladies can look up to me and say, oh, she didn't win, but she still went away and she got all these beautiful achievements, beautiful skills. You know, she was able to accomplish all that she did. And I just want them to know that winning isn't the only goal. You can achieve so many more during the pageant.
This is contestant number 4. I truly believe that being in this pageant allows you to be an inspiration to others, because other people who are watching your journey can see how much you have changed before and after the pageant. Your skills, your confidence, and everything is really important.
I do believe that being a Miss Teen contestant is an inspiration. Like, I'm an inspiration to myself. I'm glad that I made it this far. I'm an inspiration to my little sister. She wants to do it when she's eligible, because she's not of age yet. And all the other girls are inspirations to me, because I see how they act, I see how they interact with other people, and they're really kind and nice to watch.
Okay, so just to quickly wrap up, can you just let our listeners know the venue, the time, the theme? I know they usually have a theme for Miss Teen, so can you just, and ticket prices?
This is contestant number 1. The pageant will take place on August 28th of 2021. The gates open at 7 o'clock and it will be at the Lions Center. And our theme this year is Kaleidoscope, Past, Present, Future.
Ticket prices are general are $25, premium are $40, and child are $15.
Okay. And seeing as the theme is Kaleidoscope, Past, Present, Future, do you think this pageant will help you in your dream career in any way, shape, or form?
Contestant number 3 here. I think this pageant will help me greatly in my future career as an educator, because not only do I get to hone in on my public speaking skills, which I'll need when I'm teaching or I'm holding assemblies, but I also get to connect further with the youth and, kind of close the generation gap, because, in a couple years, there's going to be a bigger gap.
This is contestant number 1. I also think that my experience through the pageant will help me in my career when I'm older, because the kind of platform that I have when it comes to forensic pathology, of course, we have to do autopsies on deceased people, and as you know, sexual assault victims can be one of those people that I will have to manage when I'm older.
This is contestant number 4. I truly believe that the pageant prepares you for future career, because it allows you to be able to learn skills that would help you in the business world and further on.
This is contestant number 5. I believe this pageant is going to help me in the future with my interview skills and networking. As I want to be an architect, I will have to do a lot of networking to get my business through.
Okay, and seeing as we are in our season of joy, can you just quickly share what brings you joy?
The one thing that brings me joy is definitely my love for health and fitness. I love going to the gym, and I'm also a footballer for Scholars International Football Club and the U17 national team. So one thing that brings joy for me is being a part of my team, the sportsmanship, being on the pitch, and just playing games.
Contestant number 3 here. Something that brings me a lot of joy is music. I just love to put on my earphones and listen to music all day long, to just be able to fully relax,
This is contestant number 4. 2 things that truly bring me joy is my family and God.
This is contestant number 5. Something that brings me a lot of joy is my basketball team. They're very nice to get along with. I love playing with them, and my sister is also on it, so I get to spend some time with her on the court.
Awesome. So as we're going to go to a quick music break, but before we do that, can you just once again let our listeners know the date, time, tickets, venue?
Okay, so this is contestant number 4. The pageant is Saturday, August 28th, 2021 at the Lions Center. The gates open at 5:30 p.m., but the show starts at 7 p.m. Tickets are for regular $25, VIP or premium is $40, and children tickets are $15.
Awesome.
Up next on our music break is Beautiful People by Chris Brown.
Grand Cayman presents the 40th staging of the Miss Teen Cayman Islands pageant on Saturday, August 28th at the Lions Center. Be there to cheer on these 9 beautiful ladies as they represent their district and vie for the title of Miss Teen Cayman Islands. This is a pageant you don't want to miss. So come and show your support for your favorite contestants Saturday, August 28th at the Lions Center. Gates open at 5 p.m. with showtime at 7 p.m. sharp. Admission is $25 prepaid or $30 at the gate. Limited premium tickets cost $40. Tickets are available at EventPro, Winner's Circle, Funky Tanks, or from the contestants and Lions members. Sponsored by Digicel, Winner's Circle Sports, CUC, King Sports Center, Finishing Touch, and Radio Cayman.
2020 vision. If only we had that in 2020. Life can come at us fast. 2020 vision only comes after. This 2021, don't be caught off guard. Stay insured, stay protected. I'm Michael Webster from Cayman Insurance Center. If you're looking for a sure way to protect your family, call me at 925-5433. Don't take chances with your family's future or your valuable assets. Call me today, Michael Webster, at 925-5433.
Elevate.
Never settle. Achieve
What you desire. Leave your past in the past. Unlock your future potential. The keys are at the University of the West Indies. From coding and smart app development, protocol, diplomacy, HR management, and conversational Spanish.
Your path to all you desire starts at UWI. The University of the West Indies Open Campus offers custom-built programs matching your current education level with qualifications you need to find your place in the Cayman dream. Visit the University of the West Indies at open.uwi.edu or call them today at 946-8322.
This is an important message from the Cayman Islands Needs Assessment Unit for Grand Cayman residents. If you live outside of Georgetown and need NAU assistance, then the NAU in our district program could be for you. This month, the NAU will be providing walk-in services at the East End Civic Center on Friday, August 6th from 9 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. At the Buddentown Public Library on Friday, August 13th from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. and at the West Bay Public Library on Friday, August 20th from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. Walk-in clients are asked to bring any supporting documentation along with them. For further details, email nauu.info@gov.ky or call 946-0024.
Each Tuesday and Thursday from 7:30 a.m. to 9 a.m.
The Tuesday and Thursday edition of The Business Buzz is brought to you by Lee's Office Products, offering the best products at the most competitive prices, satisfaction guaranteed, and great service. Telephone 949-2303.
Youth Flex for all people by young people.
Welcome back, everyone. And a quick reminder, you can also call in. We have 2 police officers in here with us, so if you want to ask them any questions, you can call in. The number to call is 1-800-534-8255, and that is toll-free courtesy of Blue. So we have 2 lovely people in here. Can you please introduce yourselves and tell us a little bit about you as a person?
My name is Jodanne Powery. I am a police officer, and my current role is the police media officer. And what that means is that we have a website, and I'm responsible, or one of the persons responsible for maintaining the website with the contents and so on. I put out news stories. I do interviews with members of the media like I'm doing now, and I organize media for other officers who need to be on the media like I am with Kadane today. So yeah. Outside of that, I am a former Flex host. I believe, and Mick told me that it was season 18, Season of Advocacy. But if it's wrong, it's Mick's fault. It's not mine. So, yeah, I was a season 18 host for the Season of Advocacy back in 2007. And I think that this is my first time being back on the Flex. Since then, I've been on Radio Cayman on various shows, Business Buzz, Talk Today, but not on Youth Flex, so I'm happy to be here.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Yes.
My name is Kadane Hall, also a police officer in West Bay. I work in West Bay, neighborhood policing. I've been doing it now for 8 years. It's pretty fun. It's pretty rewarding. It can be challenging at time, but you know, you have your good and your bad days. But for the most part, it's been rewarding. Yeah, a little bit about myself is I think that I might have been in the mid-20s for seasons for Youth Flex. My season was the season of courage, I think. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, we'll need to contact Jamo to find out the exact
the season.
Yeah, the
Yes.
season, yeah.
I was told that he was on vacation. I don't know how that happened.
Yeah,
but,
we're not used to Jamo being on vacation.
Yeah,
Right?
that never happens.
Since the start of my season, I can't remember a day that Jama was not in here in one of these seats talking
Right.
about something. If it's
Right.
not cooking, it's youth services or camp, this, that,
Yeah.
brack, something.
Yeah. I bet you he's using his vacation time to deal with camps too, so it's technically
true,
not
'cause it's summer.
a
You think
vacation.
Jama taking break, Jama messaging me about this on the show next week?
Exactly.
Whoever's announced this.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh, we have a caller actually.
Oh.
Oh.
Jamo, I bet.
Hello? Hello? Oh, looks like they're gone. Okay, we're just gonna... Okay, so we're just gonna go ahead. How was your Flex experience being on Youth Flex? Tell us about it.
Being on Youth Flex was it was probably one of the best times of my childhood, to be very, very honest with you. I came here from Jamaica and I started high school here, and so you know, I met Jamo through another youth program, and immediately I felt like family. And so being on Youth Flex, it gave me a sense of belonging and acceptance, which was something that I needed at that time. I met some of my best friends through Youth Flex as well, some of whom I keep in contact with on a regular basis, such as Kadane. And of course, Liani, who was season 17's host. And so, you know, it was definitely a good experience in terms of building bonds and friendships and families that you choose. But separate and aside from that, I was able to gain a lot of experience in hosting, in public speaking, in youth work, and those things carried through to my career today. And so I'll always be very grateful for the experience that I got being on the Flex and being in the Flex family. And from Jamo driving us up and down everywhere to all the different groups that we needed to be a part of and that kind of thing. It was definitely beneficial.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you. The thing is, when you're a part of Youth Flex, it's not only Youth Flex. When you're around Jamo, you're involved in so much
Everything.
other things.
Commonwealth Youth Club.
You know, so it's always it was very good for me. I think Jamo found me at a very integral part in my life where I needed guidance, and Youth Flex was that safe space for me. And I look forward to Sunday evenings, Jamo picking us up. We come in, we doing preparing
promos.
for the promos, preparing for the shows and stuff like that. So yeah, Youth Flex experience was definitely a good one for me.
So what is your favorite Flex memory?
My favorite Flex memory. Our Youth Flex team didn't just do the Youth Flex show. We did a lot of community activities. We did a lot of traveling to the BRAC and stuff like that. Yeah. But I want to say that one of my favorite Youth Flex memory is one I have with you, where we went. Where we got books donated from various places. And we went around one summer and we gave books to children in low-income communities so that they would have learning materials over the summer and stuff like that. And I remember that giving me a sense of giving, and I felt like I was doing something good for the community, and that was definitely one of my favorite Flex experiences. It wasn't just being on the show, it was taking our show out to the community as well.
For me, obviously, as you said, like just giving back to the community, and also I traveled. I went to BRAC. Yeah, my first time going to BRAC was with the Flex. We'll be at all different events. You know, the agriculture show.
The exposures, music exposures.
Yeah, it was just everything.
Yeah.
So it was a good experience for us.
one of the other things that I want to highlight as well is that the Flex brought us to the BRAC after Paloma.
Yeah.
To help
center.
to rebuild the community center and the youth center in Cameron BRAC, and that also allowed us to feel like we're giving back to the community and we're assisting in the development of our country. So, yeah, that's another one.
I think I can agree with you when you said that Flex brought you to the BRAC. Because I remember my first actual time being in the BRAC, it was like a day trip and I didn't really do much. I didn't get to explore Cameron BRAC. But I remember it was me, Joshua, Ayana, Mohindra. We went for a cooking competition and we basically helped Jamoa. And that was the first time I actually got to see BRAC.
Yeah.
And that was like last year, I believe. Yeah, last year. So that was my first actual time being in the BRAC, and I've lived here all my life. And I'm 19 now, so you can imagine.
My first time
so
in the
long,
BRAC.
so long.
It's long enough.
This year, and it was for Brocksman weekend, and I got to see the whole island because like the scavenger hunt and stuff.
Yeah.
And it was really good.
Did you guys have BRAC Swing weekend?
No.
Not in our days.
No.
Yeah, we didn't have that.
Or I'm experiencing it for you. I'll tell you all about it next year.
Thank you.
So why did you choose policing as a career?
For me, I didn't start with policing. I tried to be a teacher, but that that didn't work out very well. But when I was at UCCI, I was doing a degree in social studies, and my sociology teacher at the time was the inspector in charge of training at the time, Dr. White. And he actually encouraged me based on the lessons and I guess the discussions that we had in class. He said, you know, I think that based on your opinions and views, you would make a good officer. And so I tried out and I got in, and the rest is history. I've been there ever since.
Yeah, I was in banking first. Yeah, and then I actually went to the training department and just asked if they were accepting anyone at the time, but they weren't, because back then I think you joined right before me, and there was like a
2009.
Right,
yes,
and there was like a 4 or 5 year gap before they had another recruitment, so I had to wait a little while before I could join. So as soon as they started recruiting again, I just took it up and we're here.
Nice. So if you weren't policing, do you think you'd still be a teacher?
No. No. I think that my personality required me to have a job that would be able to expend a lot more energy. And so that is my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Good job.
But I definitely always knew that I wanted to do something in service, and I wanted to do something that related to the community and that would impact the community because of my flex background. And so and the self-worth that I felt in doing community work while I was on the flex. And so that was one of the reasons why policing has been successful for me. And I've been all over policing. I've been a community police officer for the district of East End. And I've worked in all the various districts with the exception of Little Cayman and Cameron BRAC. I haven't been there to work as yet.
I got one in you.
Yes, you do.
I worked in BRAC.
Yes, and I've been a detective in the burglary team as well as in CID. I've worked on major incidents such as murders and all that kind of stuff. And so I have a vast experience in policing, and it's still growing now with me being the first police media officer. So it's been a successful career so far, and I'm looking forward to more in the future. And I would want to also encourage everyone, you know, especially young Caymanians, if you would like to become a police officer, visit our website, rcips.ky, and find out more about that. Shameless plug right there.
Yeah. I wasn't a teacher, so I'm not sure if I would still be a teacher.
Well, for you, would you still be in the bank?
Yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe not, because I think one thing that I didn't like about that aspect of work was every day it was the same thing. With my job now, I don't know what will come tonight. I don't know what will come today, so I have to be prepared, you know, for anything, you know. I have to be able to spin that wheel whenever something comes, be able to spin the wheel to make decisions and stuff like that. So definitely, I don't think I would stay in that industry. Not sure where it would be though.
Okay, so we're just gonna take a quick music break, and we'll be right back.
For our music break, we'll be listening to Diamonds by Rihanna.
Yeah.
The Cayman AIDS Foundation would like you to join them in bringing their HIV numbers here in the Cayman Islands to ground zero. Knowing your HIV status could save your life. Call the HSA today and book an appointment to be tested. Visit their website on www.caf.ky or call them on 946-3029 for more information. This message was brought to you by the Cayman AIDS Foundation.
3T Cayman MRI is the patient-friendly MRI experience in the Cayman Islands. With the most advanced scanner on island utilizing cutting-edge technology and a team of highly trained radiologists and technologists with the experience that rivals any clinic in the world. Our suite is designed for patient comfort, with the largest patient opening of any scanner and additional features to minimize anxiety during your scan. Come to 3T Cayman MRI for your patient-friendly experience. Learn more at 3tkman.com.
A national sport, an international phenomenon, a way of life.
In any land in the world, and he would never strike a ball more pure.
Football binds a community and can build a nation. Cayman football is back.
Ozil clips it in. Well back.
Better, faster, stronger, and united. From the pitch to the stands, to the field and the sands, we are united. We are Cayman football.
Youth Flex for all people by young people.
Welcome back, everyone. Just a quick recap. We are here with two lovely police officers who are also Flex Fam, past Flex Fam. Yeah. We have Jodianne Powery and Kadane Hall. And we're just going to jump back right into the interview.
Yeah. So when working on some of the murder scenes, how would you describe
the scene itself and the investigations?
Yes, sir.
For me, when I used to investigate, it's hectic. Murder scenes, especially, and serious crime scenes, they're hectic because you have like a million different people there trying to do different things at the same time. So you have paramedics there trying to get onto the scene to see if they can preserve life. You have probably the fire service, depending on the circumstances, they're trying to help out in whatever way that they can. Then you have police officers who are trying to control the scene to make sure that paramedics aren't trampling on our evidence and that kind of thing. So where they're trying to create a path for them, a safe path for them to do their job and to come back out. So, you know, it's a lot of different things, and there's no real like checklist that you can go by. It just all depends on the circumstances, and that's the beauty of policing as well, is that it's so dynamic and it's so diverse that you just have to know what you're doing by keeping up to date with the laws and the policies and procedures and making sure that you're doing the right thing at all times. So yeah, but I guess one of the most beautiful things as well about policing is when you know that you've provided justice for families who have been impacted by crime. And that's the reason why a lot of police officers, including myself, continue to do the work.
Cool. Has being a part of Youth Flex assisted you in any aspect of your job or your life?
Well, I can take that one. Absolutely, it has. I am on the radio. And I do journalistic type work every single day. And so I remember being on Youth Flex, and the Flex family got official BBC training once. You remember? Mm-hmm. And that is something that I was able to put on my resume to get this job. Right. So definitely the Flex has been an asset in my entire life since then.
Yeah, by just doing interviews like this, you know, just even the interview for our jobs, you know, I'm sure that Youth Flex was a big part of us going into these interviews just, you know,
really has.
You know, just selling yourself and just being confident and stuff like that. So Youth Flex is, there's so many aspects of my life that I can say, yeah, Youth Flex helped me with that, you know, so give thanks for Youth Flex, man.
I just love how you're so relaxed in this chair.
Yeah.
Chilling out.
Yeah.
So, what do you enjoy most about your job?
For me, I think Jody just touched on it as well. Just knowing that, just giving people reassurance and going home after a long day of work and know that you gave it 100% and persons are you help someone. You know, police are we're seen in the negative light so much, but it's always good when somebody can come to you and say, I appreciate how you dealt with me, you know. I learned something when I was in training, and it's that someone might not remember what you said, how you said it, when you said it, but they will always remember how you made them feel, you know. And no matter what, after any incident, and you sit down and you think, you're going to always remember how that person made you feel. So as a police officer, just getting that feedback from persons to say, you know, thank you, and I really appreciate what you did, it's fulfilling for me.
Cool. For me, it's, you know, when I come on, say, for instance, every second Thursday of the month, I come on Business Buzz here on Radio Cayman. And when I sit down with the host, Miss Anita, and after my show, she says, oh my goodness, you have so much information. I learned so much today. Just being able to provide that information to the public, and letting them know the various things that may impact them, and to know that I may have helped them in preventing crime, for instance, from being victims of crime. Right. That's one of the most rewarding things for me about my role currently.
Okay, and what advice would you give to a young person who's interested in joining the force?
I want to say absolutely make sure that you, from now, work on being the best you that you can be. Because in order to become a police officer, you cannot have a criminal record.
Right.
You have to have a clean driving record. You know, these kinds of things, and that type of expectation is not just from the police, it's from any job that you'll apply for. So you have to make sure that if your aspiration is to have a career in law enforcement or anything else, just make sure that you stay on the straight and narrow as of now.
Yeah.
As of now.
Yeah. Because
and go on our website and find out more.
Yeah, I mean, it can be a very rewarding job once you apply yourself, you know, and there's so much opportunities once being like, for example, if you join police at a young age, policing will still give you the opportunity to continue your studies. You know, you have access to the college here, and also like even the civil servant college and stuff like that. So I think there's a lot of opportunities out there. For me personally, I even went away and did training and stuff like that. I went Barbados for like 7 weeks.
Yeah, I went to Louisville.
Right.
Yeah, for media training.
Right.
So
there's a lot of opportunities there once you apply yourself.
Okay. And seeing as we're out of time, do you have any quick comments or shout outs you want to make?
Yeah. First and foremost, big up Jamo.
Yes.
You know, you don't know. All the past hosts and stuff like that. Big up Joel, who is the biggest Laker fan, you know. I have to appreciate him. Yeah.
I want
and
to...
all the fans, all the fans.
I want to say a shout out to the Flex family from back then. So Rayvon, Anthony, Mick in the background here, Liani, TC, Vic, Jamo. I want to say a shout out to Miss Janet and also to Miss Linda, who should be listening today because I spoke to her this morning. So those are the people I want to shout out, and I want to also remind you guys that the RCIPS is on Instagram and Facebook, and we also have a mobile app, and it's free to download. So please go ahead if you want, you know, authorized information the first time. Download the app
from the source.
Yes.
Oh, sorry. I also want to big up Andrel, Liana, Sherelle, Shanice, Josh, all the person who hosted my, because you know Jody was like before me. Yeah.
Okay, well, thank you all for coming on the show today. And just a quick joke, I intern at RCRPS and I see Jody like every day.
Yes.
And in the first couple of days of meeting her, she was like, go on our website, download our app. So like just hearing her say it now, I was like waiting for her to say download the app.
It's pretty good. It's really good.
It is. It's very informative. I downloaded it. It's very informative. The press releases are pretty informative and they're straightforward. So download the app and go on the website. So thank you for joining us on UFlex today. I'm your host, Chanel, with my co-host, Deidre.
Shout out to our guests, the contestants from Miss Teen, the Miss Teen pageant, and some officers from RCIPS. Shout out to Radio Cayman for their work on sounding boards, Mr. Will Sinatra, DJ Lynn, and DJ Silver Fox. Shout out to RJ for the YouTube feed. Also, a special shout out to our UFlex crew, Jared on UFlex Socials and Community Service, Jesse, our musical director, Kristen Jackson on UFlex News Desk, Mohendra Brown, our promo director, and the 100+ Flex family all over the globe.
And just to shout out our newest member, Soraya, who's also here with us today. She's just testing the waters.
Yeah.
Hi. So thanks to SIFA, Cayman and Sheraton Center, UE Open Campus, Train with Dre, and Superior Auto for sponsoring the Super Jam. And to you, our listeners, for tuning in every Wednesday from 4 to 5 for UFlex on 89.9 FM. Join us again next Wednesday for UFlex Season of Joy. Until next week, this is your host, Chanel Martinez, saying, smile now, laugh later.
Wednesday feature. Ladies and gentlemen.
International Heat Wednesday.
Tenga un paseo seguro a casa.
International Heat Wednesday.